Greetings, fellow techno-sapiens. This is going to be an unapologetically nerdy video. Are your processors adequately calibrated and your RAM modules sufficiently defragmented? Good. Then let us embark on a journey into the arcane realm of video analytics. I've put out 124 one-minute book review videos on this channel, and I was curious to see which perform best and to work out why. Video analytics awaits. My name is Jim. This is my channel, Books, Reading and Stuff. I don't think there's any marked difference in the way I present these book reviews. I think it's more to do with which book I review, whether it does well or not. Indeed, the most viewed one at the moment is The Master and Margarita. I think this will be soon overtaken by Freida McFadden's Coworker, but this was the second book I reviewed, and when I reviewed it, I was in my dressing gown, I was unshaven. It wasn't the best presentable of presentations, shall we say. And my poorest performing video about reviewing Killing at the Carnival by L.A. Nisula. I was here in this setup with the bookcase behind me. Time is obviously a factor for the view counts. This being the second book I reviewed on my channel, and this was back in August 2022. It's had 20 months to accrue views, far more than videos put out later. Killing at the Carnival, the lowest ranked, was put out in October last year, so just 6 months exposure, but its view count has still been surpassed by all the following videos, including the two I put up last week. The rating of the books, my rating for the books, also I don't think is a factor. This was slightly disappointing. I rated it 3 out of 5, and Killing at the Carnival, I also rated 3 out of 5. Both were quite disappointing for me. And the book I liked the most of the 124, Once There Were Wolves, has got just 86 views. It's neither very high nor particularly very low, but it doesn't seem that the rating is what's affecting which ones are viewed the most. The first 1-minute book review I did was for Deadland by Sara Paretsky. I did this in August 2022 when I was on holiday in Pasanari and I was really bored, so I thought I'd do something different, and I put out a 1-minute book review, and I enjoyed the process, and then I put out 1-minute book reviews for virtually all the books I've read since then. And Deadland has accrued 99 views, which is about average for these book reviews. The average is around 102 at the moment. It's going up each time, and it will continue to go up if I don't review any more books. Coincidentally, I'm reading Sara Paretsky now, Bodywork. I like Sara Paretsky. In my table, the first 10 videos are highlighted in cyan, and they will obviously have an advantage over the later ones because they've had more exposure to YouTube. And view analytics for Deadland is pretty normal for these book review videos. Master Margarita, an intriguing book, Mikhail Bulgakov. It was a banned book. It was published posthumously. Bulgakov was writing in the Soviet Union, and this book would not have been approved by the Soviet censors. It did come out in the 1960s, still in the Soviet Union. That might be part of the appeal and why it's got so many views. I also noticed once it hit 250 views, the graph seems to go up more steeply. It's like the YouTube algorithm sort of picks up on one's reviews that are doing well. I notice that my 1-minute reviews that continue to get more views over time tend to be the ones in the sort of top 10, top 15 of all the book reviews I've done. for a long time, Nights of Plague by Orhan Pamuk. Orhan Pamuk also wrote this, My Name is Red. It was my #1 viewed book review video. I think partly it was because it was an e-arc. I reviewed it before it came out. This helps if I'm one of the first people to review a book. Also, it has an audience from my viewers from Turkey, because Orhan Pamuk is a Turkish author. And this video has garnered the most subscribers, an extra 5 subscribers, which I'm very pleased about. It's more than any of the other review videos have given this channel. In recent months, this has dropped down to 5th as other videos have overtaken it. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue has a strange graph. It was going normally for a while, and then it suddenly shot up, and then it's gone normally again. I don't know what happened then. The views shot up from about 73 views to 167 in a couple of weeks period, but this was not at the beginning. This was midway through its exposure to YouTube. I don't know why. If anybody's got some ideas about this, you can put it in the comments below. Iggy has over 400 views now. I think the reason for Iggy's popularity is because it's Jemal Karchkhadze is a Georgian writer. I live in Georgia, and this book will have local interest to my associates here in Georgia. One of the things with this channel is I like to promote Georgian writers, particularly those who have been translated into English. I don't really read Georgian myself, so I'm reading translations, and this has been recently translated into English. On the chart, I've highlighted books by Georgian authors with green. Second and third on the table of most viewed reviews are 2 books by Freida McFadden, The Coworker with 543 views and The Housemaid with 522 views. The Coworker I read after The Housemaid, but I think it's got so many views again because I got the e-arc. This was an advanced reader copy, so I was one of the first people to put out a review. And I think both of them do well because Freida McFadden is very popular. I've reviewed 4 of her books now, and all 4 have done very well. And I'll be reading more because I've become a Muk fan. She writes these popcorn thrillers with lots of twists. They're a bit implausible, but they're very much page-turners, and she's a very popular writer. On the table, the book reviews which I put out as shorts I've highlighted in yellow. I've only put out 9 book reviews as shorts. The rest are in this horizontal format. I prefer the horizontal format, and when I put a poll on my community tab, my subscribers who did the poll preferred the horizontal format as well. But I have found that the ones I put out as shorts tend to fare better. And I did an experiment with Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I put out 1 video as a short and 1 in the horizontal format to see which would do best. And the one in the horizontal format got 220 views, which is quite good. But the short has got 272 views, which is better. Although the watch time on the horizontal one is higher than the watch time on the short. Killing at the Carnival is a historical steampunk mystery. I don't think many people have heard of it, and I don't think they've heard of the author, L.A. Nisula. For me, it was okay, but this only had 14 views, my review of this. This was the 87th review I put out. We can have a quick rundown of the list now, from 1 to 124 of the views of my 1-minute book reviews. You see at the top, Master and Margarita. Then there's 2 titles by Freida McFadden. Then there's the Song of Achilles. This is the most viewed of my shorts. It's got 514 views. Song of Achilles was a very popular title here on BookTube. Nights of Plague, number 5. Bleak House, number 6. This is Dickens, so I think a lot of students might be studying Dickens, and maybe a 1-minute review to help them process their essays or something like this. You see the magenta. This is Juan Valencia, number 11. Magenta is for anybody who has a BookTube channel. Juan Valencia has the BookTube channel Plagued by Visions, and his book Poking Holes, a collection of short stories, is the most disturbing book I have ever read. Then we see Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Then if we go on to 23 to 44, you see another Freida McFadden there, The Inmate, highlighted in red. Red is for the ones that have been put out, my 110th video onwards. So these are the more recent ones. And this is doing very well for a recent video. It's only had a few weeks to get any views. Also, there's a couple more by booktubers. The Peril in Decline by Veo, and Peace and Turmoil by Elliot Brooks. There's Persuasion by Jane Austen, highlighted in this cyan. It got a lot of views when I put it out, and then it completely plateaued. It hasn't had any views for over a year now. 45 to 71, this is the midpoint of the table. So the median average of views will be somewhere like 53, 54, because this is where number 62 and 63 lie. So the top 10, the top 15 are skewing the mean average to be higher, but most of these videos I expect about 60 views, in that ballpark. 72 to 93, these are the videos who haven't had many views, some because they've been recently put out, so they haven't had time to get many views. But we also have The Hanging at the Hollow Tree by Sarah M. Stephen. This was the 7th video I put out, and it's only had 44 views to date. We also have Fabled Passages by booktuber Margaret Peanut. Sorry about the change of lighting. I realised I'd missed out a section. It's only a small section. 94 to 114. These are very low views for these videos, between 24 and 36. And you'll see quite a few marked, highlighted in red. This is because they've only been put out recently. And then right at the bottom, 116 to 124, we see some red here because these are the videos that have just been put out. And all of these videos have been put out from the 80th video I put out or later. Killing at the Carnival, as I said, is the last one by Nisula. This was a very nerdy and self-indulgent video. If you enjoyed that, you can give it a thumbs up. That will help with the YouTube algorithm, that mysterious YouTube algorithm. And I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.